Alexa Bliss did it again. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what she did and why it is so significant. Because at a time when WWE's business is on fire, Alexa Bliss, she's been on the sidelines while working towards a return. She's been absent since January 2023 at the Royal Rumble from WWE television. That has been over a year since we've seen Alexa Bliss on WWE television, and I don't know about you, but that is way too long, because at the event, she lost to then Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair. Then she took time off with the idea that she would return and eventually be aligned with the late Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy. I mean, Uncle Howdy laid her out at the Royal Rumble, for God's sakes, and that was after weeks of teasers. Now, Wyatt was pulled from television due to a heart issue in March of that year before passing away due to a heart attack. And Bliss at the time was pregnant and gave birth to her first child. Now, since then, Alexa Bliss has made it clear that she wants to return to in-ring action, and she's made strides in that direction. She's continuously updated fans on social media by sharing photos and videos, including her being in the ring at the Performance Center down in Orlando, Florida, which is very close by to where she lives. Now, in July, she shared a video on social media in which she was performing her Twisted Bliss finisher while training in the ring. That was a great sign. Then, in early August, she shared a photo in which she had blonde hair, but there was something different about her hair this time because she actually had pink highlights. This is an iconic look for her. This is an iconic look for the Alexa Bliss character, in which I have openly talked about how I want to see Alexa Bliss come back as Alexa Bliss. I don't want her to come back as part of the Wyatt Six, which I think is pretty clear now. That's not the direction in which they're going. Instead, I think they're bringing her back as the Alexa Bliss that we all know and love. The Alexa Bliss character in which got over in the first place. The Alexa Bliss character in which has made her a multi-time champion. It found her success in NXT. It's found her success on the main roster across Raw and SmackDown as women's champion. She's a former women's tag team champion, for God's sakes. This woman has done it all, except for a few things, right? She has not won the Royal Rumble. She has not main evented WrestleMania. She has not main evented PLEs, but she's done a lot of things, and when booked right and when booked properly, I mean, under Vince McMahon, there was this weird time where, like, she was just off TV. They were not doing anything with her. It's like, what are we doing? She is a fan favorite. She can work both baby and heel. She's a multi-time champion. She can talk. I mean, she can do anything and everything you want her to do. Now, in a recent Twitter post, she got fans talking, and she dropped a teaser. She shared a teaser on Twitter. It's Taylor Swift, for God's sakes. And it is captioned, "Are you ready for it?" It zooms in with Taylor looking at you. Pretty cool, if I would say so. So what does this mean exactly? Well, we've heard reports about how, yes, Alexa Bliss, as noted on social media, she's coming back. Yes, Alexa Bliss, she is more than welcome to come back to WWE. She has remained under contract. We don't know when she's going to return, right? Because I think people look at it like this, you know, she's off for a year and it was because of pregnancy, and well, she could just hop back in the ring tomorrow and it's no big deal. And it's like, no, first of all, she's been off for a year, so she's got to get back into ring shape. She's got to get used to taking bumps again. She's got to get used to hit the ropes again. And oh, by the way, her body is different from when she was first wrestling, right? Compare her Royal Rumble match against Bianca Belair to where she is right now. Completely night and day different due to the changes in which her body underwent. And depending on the birthing process, well, that really complicates things, right? So whenever she does return, it's going to be noteworthy. They're not going to bring her back, I don't think, and make her a jobber. I think they're going to clearly, look, if you look at summer of 2023, things really, really took off for WWE because it was when Triple H fully got leadership of main roster creative, right? And Vinnie Mac was officially put on notice by Endeavor, saying, hey, look, we believe in Triple H. Triple H is our guy. Don't screw around with creative no more. And that was regardless of Vinnie Mac and Vinnie Mac being in the company. Now, obviously, he's gone now because when Triple H took over main roster creative in the summer of 2022, well, Vince McMahon, he still had his fingerprints all over it. Heck, he had his fingerprints all over it leading into WrestleMania 39, right? And it took a while for the merger between UFC and WWE to go through and everything like that. But now it's Triple H's brainchild. Here's my point to all this. When Alexa Bliss was working under Triple H creatively, she really wasn't working under Triple H creatively. Sure, he could do things here and there, but like he still had to deal with the old man chiming in, right? Vinnie Mac, he's out. He has no power, right? He can give his opinion, but it doesn't mean that Triple H has to do it, kind of thing. So where we look at Alexa Bliss, you know, she would be on TV and then she'd be off TV, be on TV and then on TV. And then they started in late 2022, they started doing the teases with her and Bray and her and Uncle Howdy. And obviously the Royal Rumble thing happened and Triple H wanted to run it back with her and Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt and everything like that. Now, obviously, we're not going to get that. But I think my point is this. Triple H sees what Alexa Bliss brings in terms of value. And I think he's going to use her as a valuable asset to his booking, a valuable asset to his company, and the way that creative is going to go and storylines are going to go. That's my point of, okay, he did something noteworthy with Alexa Bliss. I mean, he put her in a women's title match. He built her up as a worthy title contender and a challenger and someone that can be a champion. And then he was going to have her set up and go on a pretty notable run with Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt, which was one of WWE's top storylines at the time. And then obviously she got pregnant and Bray was pulled and everything like that and plans fell apart. But if he had high intentions for Alexa Bliss before she disappeared from television, if he had big plans for her, then I would have faith in him that he would have big things in store for Alexa Bliss whenever she does return to television. And I think you have to keep that in mind, and I have to keep that in mind, and Alexa Bliss has to keep that in mind of like, let Triple H cook, let Alexa Bliss cook, and see where things go from here. And I have faith under Triple H and his ideas and his way of executing things of just nailing it out of the ballpark. I really, really do. I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with Alexa Bliss. I hope that she goes back fully, not just hybridly, right, of going back to the Alexa Bliss character in which we all fell in love with, and that Alexa Bliss character that caught fire in 2016, 17, 18, 19, where she was a top star and she had multiple title reigns and she was constantly in the title picture, and I want her as a heel, and stop selling those freaking creepy dolls in which they tried to do during her last run. Give it up. It's done. It's over. I understand you sell merch, but like, that was a year and a half ago. Let's just move on from it. Let's get Alexa Bliss being great again. Let's get Alexa Bliss being back to being a heel, and I think everyone will love that for the most part. Let me know down in the comments there below, what do you want to see WWE do with Alexa Bliss? Do you want to see her as a babyface? Do you want to see her as a heel? Hit that like button, subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you are notified every single time WrestleSTAR uploads new daily content. Y'all, we are pumping it out, and I want you to be part of the journey. See y'all in the next video.